buildings, quaint houses, and then boom, right there in the middle of the neighborhood is iconic Lambeau Field. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Green Bay Packers. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
On the ready. Hey, wahoo!
They'll fake it. Now Tannehill. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Tannehill. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And got his man complete. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Will Fuller, 83 yards. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Well, if they didn't get the wake-up call before the game, they got it right now. 2 plays already in the end zone.
I think of it in boxing terms because whether it's a big shot with your first one or a probing one, a little bit of a jab, the second one was the payoff. That was the big one that landed. 1-2, end zone.
And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. It's Mixon on the counter. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The tackle by Quincy Williams.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
I'm going to run you over. Hey, Sam off. Defense.
On play action. Lock. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. Look, they're on the...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Now Tannehill looking deep downfield. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. A big play there. His first NFL reception goes for 6. And the Broncos able to show off their quick strike ability. Extra point safely through, and it's now 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. This fielded at the 2. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one complete to Smith. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They got to figure this out. They got to figure him out. 4 sacks last week. Now 1 in the first quarter. What do?
Well, great pass rushers usually have a go-to move, but the best pass rushers, they have counters to their go-to move. So they'll show you that. Then when you adjust, they counter it and still get to the quarterback. And you don't pile up that many sacks. What do you have, 4 in the game last week? Without having some go-to moves with counters.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a 1-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now the second year back from LSU, it's Darius Geis. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Roquan Smith, fresh off a solid rookie campaign, in on the tackle for Chicago.
2nd and 9 at the 38-yard line.
Let's go. 10 Lobo.
Check 53. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
On 2nd and 9, Tannehill. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to hold that one in.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
On 2nd and 2, Locke. He's got Smith here. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
Mixon with a first down carry. Denzel Perryman there to bring him down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. DJ Chark, the intended target, and it's third down. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Check 31, check 31.
Protein spill. Hey, Haywood. General West.
Rush in. Slam, slam, slam.
Get it.
Block off of play action. He's got his man, Boyd. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A great pickup there, 35 yards, and obviously the... First down to go along with it.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On 2nd and 7, Locke steps away, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And keep your eye on that man. 4 sacks last week, 1 there here in the second quarter. He can be so disruptive.
So what was he doing in the first quarter? What was going on?
Took a nap.
I think he tried to lull him to sleep a little bit. Like, yeah, okay, maybe you got me this week. No longer. And you know, with the 4 sacks last week, it's obvious he gets his in flurries.
Touchdown, Packers! Jonnu Smith, his first touchdown here of the new campaign, as they are now on the board here in the first half. There was a lot of zip on that pass, and baseball might have called that a frozen rope.
I like it when you bring the diamond into the game. I'm going back to the gridiron. Had some heat on that bad boy. Sometimes you throw a touchdown pass, and sometimes
you throw, what, a touchdown strike?
There you go. That's my man, in concert.
Hauschka with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This is taken at the 3. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. The 30, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. The kick return touchdown goes for 97 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Such an electric play, so much fun to watch, and you need all 11 guys in sync for that to be successful, don't you?
Without a doubt. That's teamwork, to be able to put it all together. But that play is really probably the most exciting 10 seconds in football.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Down.
About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Ready?
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Tackle. Shit.
Blue draw quarters. Let go.
This is Mixon on the draw. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with 3rd down now looming.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Pilot, 64,
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon, and he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And that is very well done there, as this will be marked out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
And from that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
You can't block me. You can't block me. You can't.
And the drive begins with a run by Geis. And an alley to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Darius Geis, 95 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Well, from back where that one started, they were hoping probably for just a few yards on the ground there. Instead, they get 90-plus and into the end zone.
And as much credit as I have to give the guys on offense, I often think when I see a run of that magnitude that there has to have been a mistake made, maybe even multiple mistakes on defense, because you're expecting him to run the ball from that stage of the field. Instead, it turns into one of the longest runs that we're going to see in the NFL.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. And now the throw taken in by Chark. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Lock now on 1st down. And this one into the hands of DJ Chark. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 11 yards and a Green Bay Packer 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Block now. 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber.
On 1st down, Locke. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
Well, he's been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lock hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Now Locke. That one complete. He finds Sharp. And he'll get it down here to the 43. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
Now it's 1st and 10 after a costly penalty there on 4th down. On 1st and 10, here's Locke. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Tyler Boyd, as the first half is winding down. And the Packers get a score closer. Hauschka adds the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line.
Here we go. Here we go.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
Hey, orbit.
To throw is Tannehill. Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now. It was the veteran Prince Amukamara that time who had the play covered from the start. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. This time they stay on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Oh, you get on the head.
The final shot here before the break, Tannehill. It's complete to Fuller. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something.
There he goes, left side. And they're going to have this way down deep in Denver territory. It's a big play that time for the Packers. 74 yards. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll give it to Mixon. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football. The Broncos say they have it. They do.
Partner, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that's scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third down, here's Geis. And able to get this one out just shy of the 25 at the 24. Denver has the first down. The play going for 15 yards.
A gain of 15. First
A first throw for the backup Trubisky. Got his man. It's Eifert. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
On the ready.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Squeeze, double up.
Protein spill. Hey, exit.
53 is the mic.
Now a shotgun handoff to Scarlett. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Watch the run.
That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Now it's Tannehill. He's going to let it go end zone for Allen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
One thing I know from experience is that when the deep ball is thrown and you're the defender, you've got to fight that little bit of panic that emerges. You've got to play the ball really well. It's a 50-50 jump ball play. And guess what? They took a shot. How are you going to win it? And in this case, they managed to get it done.
And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Shotgun handoff now to Geis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. From the red zone now, Tannehill. Off to Geis on the screen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good first down call as the screen play gets him 9.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a...
Look at me. Go. Get it.
This is Scarlett on the carry. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 yards. That sets him up. First and goal.
First and goal, Denver.
Back now at Lambeau. It's Bronco football, and they also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is first and goal. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Second and goal from the 6 this time. They'll run with Geis. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brennan, we always know that once you score 1 touchdown,
you want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got 1, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Now Tannehill on 3rd and goal. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
So with that, you figure this game's pretty much out of reach at this point.
Yeah, it's going to take a heck of a comeback to come from 3 scores down, but don't change that channel. Don't go away. Miracles can happen, and you want to be here in case it does.
You're a company man.
Aren't I, though?
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And so close to hitting pay dirt last time. Fumbling down near the goal line. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Khalil Mack, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Throwing now is Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. The Packers on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This will be 3rd and 19. Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon.
Well, they got off the field on 3rd down. An excellent job, an excellent defensive series. We always talk about adjustments and usually only at halftime. But the best teams adjust series to series. And on that series, they adjusted so well that they got the job done in fine style.
29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Oh, watch one, watch one. 29 is the Mike. Mike 29. Watch the screen.
Hey, Echo.
Check 37. Check 37.
Keep gripping.
Locke gonna go on 4th down. Looking deep for Gabriel. He's got a man complete. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Taylor Gabriel, 77 yards. And the Packers make some inroads here on that deficit. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Geis with the carry on second down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. He completes it to Bryant. What a difference a week makes. 5 interceptions in their last game. Here we are, fourth quarter. He's played mistake-free football.
And I'm sure that we can look back on the past week and say, okay, he spent time in the film room and they worked on his mechanics. Sometimes it's just your team believing in you, your coaching staff believing in you, and you relax and play to your potential. And he's doing that in this game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Now a play fake, and it's Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The sack by T.J. Watt, or as his mother Connie calls him, Trent Jordan Watt. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get your reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Third and long, it's Tannehill. He finds his target, Fuller. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Will Fuller. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Broncos push further out in front. Got to be feeling confident they're going to get off the schneid. An old coach told me he calls this a relief win. 0-3 would have been bad. You get to 1-2, you feel a lot better, don't you?
That is so true, and you feel better about yourself. You think to yourself, okay, we're still in the playoff hunt. We're not out of it at 0-3. But the other part, too, it leads to doubt about your system. It leads to doubt about your coaches. They don't have to worry about that now. They can move forward.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people are
into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Bronco defense has a touchdown. And that one will pretty much erase any hopes of a fourth quarter comeback.
With emphasis, interception, return for touchdown. Door closed, locked, reinforced.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Here's Locke to throw. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
They'll run with Mixon. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Thought they might throw the football with a little chunk that they had remaining on 4th down, but they ran it, they got it.
And the reason they were able to get it done, he ran that play with conviction, didn't he? Understood he would get a little bit of help from his friends up front, but it was really on him to go ahead and make
touchdown, Packers. DJ Chark, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Packers get a score closer. The Packers keeping the offense out there now as they'll go for 2. To throw it is Locke. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here we go. 8 read.
Ready? Watch left. Bring it.
Hey, high 7. Get it.
Tannehill going to throw it. Flushed out right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense is going to crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Will Fuller, 47 yards. And the Broncos push further out in front. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Locke going to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Shaquille Barrett